Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. Got Kyle.
What's up, guys?
Paul.
Hey.
And we're going to talk about a car. I don't know that we've ever talked about it on the channel. Haven't run from it, hadn't hidden from it. We're just not a supercar, hypercar, exotic car, or in this case, a mega car.
That's what these are called?
These are mega cars.
They created a new section.
Because it produces a megawatt of power.
21 gigawatts!
That's a big Koenigsegg thing, though, right?
It is.
They're
But this
mega.
is considered a mega car.
That's cool.
So that's what we're getting into today. And why? Well, here's the things about Koenigsegg that get me personally, you guys, is number one, we've never had a Koenigsegg on the show, obviously. We've never even talked about them. And of all the people out there making cars, you know, these small number manufacturers, Pagani being one, Panos that we just had last week, you know, there's a lot of these small manufacturers. I don't mean small companies, I just mean small production numbers. None of them do what Koenigsegg does, which is, other than the tires on a Koenigsegg, they make everything. They make their own engine, their own brakes, their own calipers, their own trans, you name it.
Rims,
everything. Everything's theirs except for the tires. But you think about that, like Pagani, right, has an AMG motor in it. The Panos that we just shot has a Ford motor in it.
Right.
It's very typical with the small manufacturers, like they're going to go through the cost.
Even big manufacturers do it because it's a world market. You got BMWs in a Supra, like
Absolutely. Oh, here we are back to the BMW
Back to the
Supra.
Supra.
Oh no.
The one-off thing adds to the price tag. How much does a new Koenigsegg cost?
Oh yeah. But here's the thing, dude. Like they're not far off, like price wise. I mean, and I don't, it's not my world. I don't know it well enough to say 2.2 or 3.1 or whatever it is. But I know
it's in the millions.
It's multiple millions.
Right.
But so is a Pagani.
Yeah, and it's got a Mercedes motor. So
It's
that's
got
a
the
big
AMG
difference.
motor, and no knock. For all you Pagani lovers, I ain't knocking them for a second. The car is gorgeous, and I actually met Horatio.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
He speaks zero English.
Really?
My brother says otherwise. My brother says, nah, he understands everything. He just, but anyways, his son was the one translating the conversation. We were geeking out over a bicycle. But what Koenigsegg does, it really blows my mind. The idea that they produce everything in-house. And this new car of theirs, the Jesko, is a total freak show.
How much horsepower does it have?
This car's, what is it? I got the specs. Sorry for the guy that made a comment that you liked us better without the computers. I get it, but I have a memory of a gnat, which means I literally remember almost nothing. What did I just say? But it's on pump gas. Just pump gas. It's making 1,280 horsepower. Put E85 in it, the car runs at 1,600 horsepower.
Nice.
So that's why it's a mega
That's
car.
gigantic, dude.
Like, I remember when the 1-to-1 came out, it was a huge deal. Like, it had 1 horsepower for every pound that it weighed.
For every kilogram.
For every kilogram, that's even less.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Gigantic.
It's like they're breaking the rules every turn that they take. It doesn't surprise me that this new, Jesko is coming out with something.
I mean, you remember
bigger.
the Reguera, that one gear burnout?
It's only got 1 gear, yeah.
And it lights the tires up like that.
Yeah,
So
up to like 200 miles an hour or something like that. I mean, it's just something absurd. But I gotta admit, I like the absurdity of the car, and it's absurd. I mean, I've driven. What's the biggest power car I've driven? Probably the Tantrum Charger.
What was that, 1600
Tantrum
horsepower?
Charger
1600.
on pump gas. That car makes 1350.
So that's what you were driving it at?
I was driving it on pump gas, 1350.
Because you have to drive it on pump gas, because every time that you take it out, every turn that you take, every gas station you see, you have to stop at it.
Oh, dude,
It's like that.
it's brutal.
Sucks it.
Funny for me, like right away, you do a comparison, right, in the power, because these are ballpark in the same power area,
same
right?
Power.
And no question, the Koenigsegg's going to do things as far as handling, braking, all that kind of stuff that you're never going to get out of Tantrum. Tantrum's a friggin' Charger. It's a gigantic monster of a car.
Beautiful, but it's different.
If you said, hey, you could never sell them, but pick one of them and it's yours, I got to be honest, I'd probably go Tantrum because I can't help but lean in that pro touring muscle car world I know a lot of you guys are probably going fool, stupid, retard, whatever, but that's, you know what I mean? That's what gets me going, is that kind of
And
a
you
car.
know, in 10 years, Koenigsegg's going to come out with something that just completely,
Or like the
tops
iPhone,
Jesko.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You get the iPhone 4, you think
Yeah.
you're the shit, and then like the 10 comes out a couple of years later, and you're like, oh, my Koenigsegg 1-to-1's not that cool anymore.
It's not
Oh,
that
it's
great
vintage now, huh?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that they're probably, it wouldn't surprise me if they're already researching electric technology, because it's where it's all going. We all know that. I mean, any of us that love the combustion motor, we're all avoiding the reality of that's where it's all headed. It's so funny, dude. I swear, these to me look like, it doesn't hit my passion button. And I swear, like, I got zero knock on this, on exotic supercars or mega cars. And I swear, what these look like to me is drain all the fluids, find a big wall and hang it on the wall because it looks like art. It doesn't even look like something I would want to drive. I don't know. I can't even explain it. I guess it's kind of like, I like looking at supermodels in pictures. I don't want one, like, that's not who I'm marrying, like it's too pretty.
So this guy's going 100 miles per hour in a Koenigsegg, and he's explaining, look at this. You cannot spin out. That's the kind of technology.
And
that
look,
comes in
hands
this
off the wheel
Yeah.
completely.
At 70 to 100 miles per hour, and you literally will not spin out. It has that much control.
Look at it, he's not touching the wheel.
Yeah. Watch. Nope.
Unbelievable.
So that's the difference. That's what you're paying millions for.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at that. Look, he's putting his fucking
that's like
elbow.
full
Yeah,
lock,
like
left, right.
You'll snap your neck.
What did you see the video
That's
with?
crazy.
Did you see the
Look from
video
outside.
with?
Wow, it gets squirrely,
Yep.
but it comes right
Oh, it
back.
just
Boom.
comes right back in line.
That's
That's pretty rad.
cool.
Okay, maybe I'm taking back everything I just said.
Dude, if Koenigsegg puts that out there, they've got to be crazy. That's
Yeah.
Did you see?
liability
How
right
about the
there.
one with? Did you see the episode with Leno and Christian von Koenigsegg together driving? And
where they had the two cars and one of them was on like MSNBC?
yeah, but I'm talking about when they're in the car together, and Christian tells him, he has him nail it, and he goes, "Take your hands off the wheel and hit the brakes." And they're flying. And stands on the brakes with his hands off the wheel, and the car points dead nuts straight the whole time.
Doesn't
not
grab,
the
no.
slightest move. It doesn't lock. It's
Wow.
I mean, what they've engineered it is staggering what these guys have done. I mean, like me, not being a supercar, megacar guy,
Right.
you gotta respect what's being done here. You gotta respect the level of engineering that's gone into something like what you're looking at right now, dude. What I find pretty fascinating is the same door all along. That
Oh, yeah.
pop out. I mean, it's the best door I've ever seen on a car.
Yeah.
Not that you're going to park it close to others, but think about it. Like, you could park that closer to a car and be able to get out than you could a normal door that goes straight out. Ford GT, you're just, and I love the Ford GT door, but you're screwed getting out of that car. Like, you have
You're crawling
I
out
know
of it.
from having them in the garage here. Like, if you don't have room, I've done it. Like, you're like hunching under the thing that comes
Yeah.
up. You're crawling on hands, literally hands and
Yeah.
knees getting out of the
Look
car.
like a superstar.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what if you take like a new Ford GT where the doors kind of go like that?
That's
And
different.
let's say you go to the supermarket and you reverse it and park this way. And
What
and
are you
then
gonna
how
buy
gonna-
at the
Yeah, I know, I
supermarket?
know.
Trunk,
Yeah,
right?
true. But like, let's say you go
In the
anywhere where a
trunk?
car parks
Well,
on either side.
you
of
got a cool car, you got a girl waiting, you got to run in and get, And
you know.
the other thing about this car too, which they're not the first ones to incorporate this, is the active rear steering. I love the idea.
Is that
of
where the back wheels turn to? When
Yes.
Okay.
So I know on,
We did the GTR, it had it.
yeah, it's on one of the
Mercedes.
Porsches. Depending on the speed you're going, if you're under a certain speed, they'll both turn in the same direction to make your turn a little quicker.
Mm-hmm.
If you're hauling butt, then the wheels turn opposite of each other, to like forklift style. You know what I mean? To make your turn really hard.
Yeah. Okay. As
So I would imagine, I haven't read about it enough to see what it is, but I'd imagine you're some version of the same. So it's going to make your turn ins just intense. I know we started to talk about this one earlier about dual clutch, paddle versus manual. Show me a modern race car, a modern GT3 car. Show me any modern sports car that's performance based, that's manual. Manual at this point, it's because I get it. You want to shift the gears still. It's fun to do that. You know what I mean? I get the fun of it, but like, if you're all about pure performance, do you really want to have to take your hand off the wheel?
no.
Do you really want the slowness of a shift, clutch, shift? I mean, I know you can do it fast. You can't do it as fast as that. Ding, ding.
It just depends
ding,
on what
ding.
you're doing. It really just does depend on what you're like. If
And
you
what
want,
kind
if
of
you want
driving
a car
you like to
that-
do, you know,
Yeah,
if you like to go drive hard, and I'm not saying you can't drive hard in a manual trans car. I mean, obviously you can, especially even modern manuals where you've got the auto rev blip. You know,
What kind of transmission is in that car? That Koenigsegg.
9-speed multi-clutch transmission. It's like a dual clutch, but multi-clutch. Yeah, truth is, this is probably just a freak show to drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the reality is I probably ain't ever getting to drive one. Hopefully I'll luck out and find someone that has one so I can at least get a ride in it sometime. All right, I'm almost at the end of my iced coffee, which means we're at the end of this episode. You guys, as always, I say this every time, and I swear sometimes when I watch back the videos, I think, should I end it another way? But the truth is, we started this not knowing what we were doing. We still kind of only half know what we're doing at best sometimes. And it keeps growing, you know? It keeps growing. Some of our episodes only get a couple thousand views, and then we knock them out where there's 200, 300, 500,000 views with our 40-something thousand subscribers, you know? So that's a long way of getting around to saying thank you. Thanks for hanging out and watching and supporting what we do. It matters to us. I mean, between the three of us guys, we actually do put a lot of time into this every week. So thanks, you guys, for hanging and watching and supporting this, and thanks to you guys. Team
Team ATL.